This is talking about bubbles again, continuing. The 1929 crash was considered to be very big, and people said, oh, so it was, but the problem is in 1929, less than 2%, not more than 1.5% of the people were investing in the stock market. So I always used to think of 1929 as one of the biggest bubbles, till I read what Morgan Housel had to say about that, and he said it was not so big after all. I'll just quote him. Because it's easier to quote him. He said, from there only I learned that only 2.5% of Americans owned stocks in 1929. Huge majority of Americans watched in amazement as the market collapsed, and perhaps lost a sense of hope that they too might one day make money on the Wall Street. But they just lost a dream. They did not have much money to invest in, and therefore they did not lose money. He says that the real pain came later when the banks started failing, right? That is when the people started losing money. But he says the whole recovery was just 7.5 years, including adjusting for inflation, and that is bad. Yes, those 7 years must have been terrible, but that's not so bad as Japan or even as the dot-com, because I think the dot-com recovery took 15 years, if I'm not wrong, right? So 2000 was the dot-com bust. Obviously, amazingly stupid things happened, like in the Indian context also. There could be, just look at this example, there could be an Iyer.com, there is a charteredaccountant.com, then there is furniture.com. Now the Iyers thought all the Iyers should buy furniture from Iyer.com. The chartered accountants guy making the chartered accountant website thought all the chartered accountants should buy furniture from there, and the furniture.com thought everybody should buy furniture from here. So right, all of them were terribly double counting. So you counted, whether you counted eyeballs or whether you counted footfalls, it didn't really matter, because there was tremendous amount of double counting. Now that obviously happened in case of the 2000 dot-com boom, and yes, Nasdaq lost over 5 trillion. That is again a big amount, because again things change, because you knew what was wrong, right? The kicker was something like, but the thing is, a booming company used its own money to buy out somebody, right? So if you use your boom to buy out somebody, the guy who got bought out thought it was a great deal, but he also got shares, so all of them got pulled into the same quicksand. So I would still go and say the biggest bubble is 1989 Japan. So it deserves a special episode, which I will do, and it has taken, what, 1989 would mean 11 plus 23, 34 years, and still recovering, right? 34 years, and it is still recovering, not fully recovered. Yes, it's gone up, it's gone down, then it went up, then it just stayed down, right? So the recovery to the full market never happened, and I think they lost at least about 2-3 trillion in there. And the real estate market also, I mean, when I talk about the Japanese bubble, I'll speak about it. Real estate also lost money, and the real estate and equities both lost money. And if you see, it is still definitely the biggest, because it lost something like 32 billion in, excluding the real estate. That's big, and it has not yet fully recovered, right? So how much did the prices go up? The prices went up 10x. How much was it worth? In the more detailed one, I'll do it even better. The palace grounds in Japan was worth more than the real estate of whole of California, right? That's the kind of thing which had happened. So yes, I would still go and bet that was the biggest one. And also that I mean, there are many lessons for us, but I think that I will do the lessons from this from the Japanese bubble bust separately, so I'll not combine it with this. Thank you.